Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Houston Texans and the Las Vegas Raiders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He gets this to Davante Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
And Derek Carr just keeps improving. He can be dangerous not just inside the pocket, but as we see here, outside of it as well.
Kid born in California, played his high school ball in Texas, had quarterback written all over it. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now, first carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Raiders at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Once again, it's Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
The Carr's throw here taken in by Isabella. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw going to be taken in by Cole. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Carr now to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. First down Raiders, Carr to Waller. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Hey, 734.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Mills. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. Oh, looking for water, but this is intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Play action now, Mills. And he's got Dorsett complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. We're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter. No score.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First and 10, it's Pierce. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And the Texans first down.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. Divine Diablo there to make the stop. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 2nd and 9, Mills. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Philip Dorsett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Isabella now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Carr. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays. They also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Pierce gets this one running right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, Mills. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll run here with Pierce. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Once more, it's Pierce. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Mills now. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Isabella now from his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The final shot here before half for Carr. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there. It's 2nd down. A final shot before break. Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Pierce will try to pick it up. They find some open field here. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And they'll try to throw here. Mills. And the timing a bit off that time as Edward falls to the ground.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mills. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Mills. And that will be incomplete as well.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to take over here up near the 40. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at the 39-yard line. They'll get things started with a carry by Pierce. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. From the 45 on 2nd down, Mills. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A huge play there for Houston. 54 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Pierce. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. When you're down this close inside the 5, do you like putting the ball to the outside like that?
No, I like it inside. I want more quick hitters, straight ahead type runs.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Isabella now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Carr now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That's another Raiders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st down, Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone. that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Again, it's Carr. And it's complete to Adams. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
It's a gain of 32 yards.
Here's Carr to throw.
That's good for another Las Vegas.
And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. And his throw is incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Complete to Andy Isabella. A gain of 3 yards.
Carr going to go on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now Mills. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now Mills on 4th down. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Carr now on 1st down. He hits Adams, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On play action, it's Carr. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, 27 yards. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On third down, here's Mills. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And that's caught inside the 35. Wow, first and goal and defensive. Shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll toss this to Pierce on the right side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Mills to throw it. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. My word, it'll be nothing short of a monstrous loss on the play, and that'll bring up a third down and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And what is going on here? I've got third down. Screen shows third down, but they've got the punt team out there.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at
it. It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. So the false start will back them up 5.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15.
Here's Mills.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
On 3rd down, here's Pierce.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. So a big one coming here for Ka'imi Fairbairn. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 10. And that miss should just about write a finish to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Carr to throw. Gets this to Waller on the crossing route. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
Throwing his Carr.
This one caught by Isabella. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Carr.
Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Here's Carr.
And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Houston, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3 and 3. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.
copper chain, a game when the QB chain, birth moving chains in the game. No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused boy, little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that?